So as you can see, I've just moved my favorite job slot to AI, which means hopefully when the round starts, I'll become AI. So that's step one of getting your favorite job. And I'll check back in when the round's about to start. So, round just started. I just rolled AI. The first thing you can do is set your name. So I am going to go with Artificial Unintelligence. There we go. That'll be a funny name. So that can just close this menu. It's too late anyway because the round's already started. And now I'm the AI. If you'll notice, I don't have the giant ugly HUD down here. Instead, I have some buttons. And I have an extra special command up here, or tab up here called AI commands. So I can change my color. I'll go with a nice pink. And then I've got a bunch of other buttons up here that basically do what they say. So I can pick a camera to look at. And then once I'm around on the station, I can walk around and observe. Any area like this is just, I have no camera coverage here. So if you'll notice in a lot of these maintenance tunnels, or these rooms here, down here in main, there's a couple areas where I don't have coverage. The coverage depends on the map, so sometimes you'll have a lot, sometimes you won't have that many. And yeah, past the station I can't really see into space. So as the AI, you have these three laws which you can check in your AI commands with show laws. So these are the three default laws. What these mean: the first law basically states you can't hurt humans. The second law states you have to follow humans' directions, except if it violates the first law. And the third law says it's basically there because, I don't know, really this law doesn't need to exist, but it says you may always protect your own existence as long as it does not conflict with the first or second law. Which is like, if somebody wanted you dead, they could just order you dead, regardless, because then this law wouldn't apply. So I don't know. But basically, because it says may instead of must, you can leave and commit suicide if you wanted to. So this law is pretty useless. And then if somebody were to want to change your laws, if I go back to the AI chamber, this is my law rack. So if I look inside of it, these are the first three laws. They can add more. They can move these around. And these are all the other modules they can use to edit my laws. Another thing you can do, you can set viewpoints. So if I create a viewport, I now have this tab right here. So if I fly away, I can have a live view of what's going on at the entrance to my AI upload, which is kind of cool. Another thing, if I click on somebody's name, it spectates them for me, so I can just see where they are, what they're doing, etc. So this is why I think AI is a very nice role for new players, because you don't have that many tasks. Obviously, you're very crucial, like when it comes down to it, because you're gonna be the one usually calling the shuttle with this button right here. You can announce things or whatever, but you can play it however you want. So on the radio, the research director had asked me to open the door. He had access and he opened it himself. But yeah, he is here holding the freeform and he's about to upload a law. So this is what you'll see when somebody uploads a law. As soon as he's ready. Any moment now. He is currently typing the law that he wants to upload into the module, and then he'll plug the module into the rack. Meanwhile, we've got the engineers starting a burn, and one thing you gotta know about starting a burn in this game, you gotta put the monkey in it. So they've put the engineering monkey into the burn chamber, and here we go. We're about to get a law. You can see him inserting it, and as soon as this progress bar finishes, if you look in the chat here, we get that little ding, and we get this new law that's highlighted for us. Panic constantly, occasionally mentioning how it moved to another part of the station. When it would reach your chamber, go silent for 5 minutes, then comment about how this was a training exercise for the crew. So yeah, I'm just gonna say that it moved around. Help. It is... Where should I say it's going? The blob. Oh no, now the chief engineer might be about to break into the armory. See, I'm saying it's gone to the solar panels down here. So this is the QM import-export. And now I'm going to be silent for 5 minutes. Just get bots. What an interesting training exercise. So this is the kind of stuff you can do as an AI. What an interesting law. Hopefully that person doesn't go into the armory. Good, nobody's touched it. So another cool thing, if you go up here and play Robustrous, and you get a score of 30,000, you get a badge called, I think, Brick Stacker. And what that badge allows you to do. So one Tetris gets you what, from 0 to, or 400 to 2,000, and it goes up every time you get another one in a row. So if you get a score of 30,000, so a couple Tetrises, I can probably do that right now. Anyways, looks like there we go. And that's a misplace. Anyways, if you, regardless of that mess up, if you get 30,000, remember this claim reward button. One of the rewards you get is this AI face Tetris. So now, if I go up to my face, it's playing Tetris, which is really cool. There's this pot over here shooting random things. And the botanist exited. The botanist, I don't know, has left it. So I can spectate them to see what they're doing. Looks like the mime had its mask cut off by a razor blade. This person's asking for security. Let's see why. They're probably just fighting with this cow. Where's the blob right now? So, a couple minutes. Holy shit, I think the AI died from the blob. Anyways, in a couple minutes, I'm going to reveal to the crew that this has been a training exercise. And this guy is dead. Probably. Yeah, he's dead. Done. Gone. KO'd. But anyways, let's go over some of these buttons. So you've got the status. So if I had a face, I could change it and make it look happy. I have shells. So I've got 2 iBot shells by default, which are these blue things. And I can go around and do things. I can find the area power controller of the room that I am spectating. I've got my PDA and my radio. I can check my laws from here. I can create a viewpoint or port. I can create these cool holograms. Like, I can give this a smiley face. I can pull up a map. This button's new, actually. I don't know what it's just blank. Okay, yeah. And I can go back to my core. So now I'm going to go ahead and announce to the station. There we go. So as you can see, I have just announced to the station that this was a training exercise. I still don't know what this opens. Oh, there it goes. So, oh, that's cool. This is a new feature. So the blue area is medbay. The pink is science, red is security, green is botany, yellow is all the parts of engineering. And yeah, you've got all the outposts. So here's the detective's room, security outpost, the hop line, which is technically a security outpost, and the security outpost down here. That's really cool. Yeah, but this game is open source. They're constantly adding new features, and I guess this is one of the newer ones. So yeah, the changelog shows you all the new features. So today, no, 2 days ago was the last update. We got a couple of updates. But yeah, this is why I am of the opinion that AI is a really good starter rule, because you get to observe and see what's going on, see what different people are doing, and there's not really a whole lot. If somebody were to ask you to open a door, you can click their name and go to them. Click the door, and you can open it, close it, etc. If somebody were to ask you to state your laws, you could go up here and press state all laws. Anyways, I'm gonna end this here because that's all there is to AI. It's not that difficult of a job, and yeah, it's a lot of fun interpreting laws and stuff. Keep in mind though, you do have to follow your laws.